Here we go. Oh, we got some nice sounding music.
Once we know where Becca is, how can I get to her?
There is another tram through the crew quarters. Once we know where you're going, we'll move forward from there.
More trams.
God.
God forgive us. Wish I could do something. Something more.
I'm getting sick of this bumps and scrapes bullshit. I didn't just get this degree just so I could stitch idiots up when they accidentally stab themselves with a pen. What a tool! I bet you at the end of this I'm going to be saying something else. I'm going to be feeling sorry for him, but... I want to do fun experiments. Is that too much to ask? It's not like I want to be a mad scientist and sew no harm to people or anything. Although human spiders would be cool. December 7th. It's a miracle security somehow ended up passing a container from one of the clothing vats onto me. It's labelled Samantha. They understand it's to be transferred to Lab 18, right? Oh well, no reason I can't observe it for a while. Right? I have my loyal assistant Miriam make up some good excuses for me. This creature is marvellous. Oops. The notes included don't say much, but I'm pretty sure that she didn't have a fully formed spine when they packaged this girl up. It describes her as being just a tail. There are some other bones as well, but I didn't major in monster anatomy. I wish I had, though. You can't make this shit up. December the 10th. This fucker grew eyes! I mean it. She did not have these the last time I checked. They're rudimentary, sure, but they just grew. They follow me around. At this point, I'm going to take credit for Samantha entirely. I mean, they can't prove that there was anything more than some stem cells in that container when they last saw it. Right? From now on, Samantha is mine. I can't wait to see what she turns into. Lab 18 is definitely getting suspicious and impatient. I'm running out of excuses as to why I haven't transferred Samantha yet. I need Miriam to stall a bit longer. I read her PDA, so I know she wants to turn me in. She wants my job. Fortunately, I have a video of her screening the guys from the lab. All of them. So that's my job security. Jesus, Miriam. December 19. This just got serious. The tremors knocked me over the counter and I twisted a muscle in my knee. It's going to be a long lockdown spent bandaging people up without any access to the full medical wing. Samantha isn't mine anymore. Some other poor fool can take responsibility for this one. 29. I heard short screams coming from the entertainment area. The first and last time I performed surgery, the patient woke up and started screaming her head off. Something about seeing your own exposed ribs really bothers people. Anyway, these screams were like that. Only more intense. They're the screams of the dying. I've locked the emergency bulkhead. No sign of Miriam. What a mess. Miriam Goldberg. Dr. Graham is up to no good. This weird pod accidentally arrives at our medical bay. It holds the most terrifying creature I've ever seen in my entire life. And he says it's beautiful? He wants me to find excuses for why he isn't being transferred to Lab 18. Good thing the guys there like me. I'll help him keep it secret for now. Well, I might get this job if I could get him kicked off the Grim Lake. I'll keep an eye on what he's up to. Interesting. The thing is growing all sorts of body parts at ungodly rates. The notes say it was just a tail and some flesh at some point, but I don't even see the tail anymore. What kind of fucked up experiments are we doing? Fuck, I'm locked out of the medical bay. And Dr. Graham has locked himself in there with that thing. We need to help those injured people. Insufferable prick. They want to use the specimen transport track to get the injured crew members to the medical wing. Even if the ship wasn't falling apart. That's a terrible idea! It's funny to see everyone frantically typing away on their PDAs. Who's going to read it? The surface of whatever planet's gravitational pull the lifeless Grimlake gets sucked into doesn't care about your damn feelings. Wow, Miriam, you are cold! I like you. Hello?
I'm not sure what I was expecting. Holy fuck. My imagination's playing tricks on me. I think this is it.
Excellent. You need to get your blood sample onto the receiving tray, and I'll do the rest.
This is stupidly dangerous. But whatever.
Okay, it's working.
Receiving the genetic info. This is good, John. This is excellent.
What the hell? What the hell?
Wait. I can hear something. Sure. What the hell was that?
I only picked up a flash from the scanner. A crew member.
It was not.
I wasn't a crew member. I wasn't even a person. I was an animal.
The upload finished. I'm going to start the scan now.
Tia, what's going on here?
I've heard things, but I don't know any specifics. You have to believe me.
You're
It's
suspicious.
one of those fucking things that ain't Yuri.
Crow plants. I don't care for Nine's pets.
Just let me know when the scan's finished.
Secondary containment is now accessible. Head through to the other tram station.
Hold on. I will. I just want to have a look back here. Hello. Bloody hell. This new guy Anderson is really something. 5 minutes in the door and he's already asking what all the computers do. I like it. He's inquisitive. Just like my my boy back home. I'm glad he got put here in the shift change, but I'm disappointed that neither of these two are ladies. I could use some female company. Okay, maybe Anderson is a little more confused and inquisitive, but his heart is in the right place. I can respect that. But Sarge? When the hell did the boy get Sarge from Serato? Paul is just plain obnoxious. Food's not coming for a while. Fortunately, somebody's been making moonshine. It's not the white oak whiskey from back home, but you don't come across much liquor in space. Looks like I'll be moderating the supply, so to speak. Hodgson just tried to arrest someone. Prick. Rations are in. Good thing too. Liquor wasn't keeping the crew at bay like it used to. The entire ship smells like shit. It's always been bad, but it gets worse every day. It's even a different type of shit every once in a while. Beyond me. Groom Lake is on lockdown. Tremors, power outages, several injured. Some guys left 3 days ago to repair a tram station. Haven't heard from them since. I can only fear the worst. And I don't want to wait to figure out what's been going on around here. Paul and I have agreed on a solution, but Anderson isn't grasping it. I didn't expect him to. I knew Anderson would have trouble coping. I knew he wouldn't understand. At least he went easier than we will. He saw so much in his short life. There wasn't room for more. He'll never have a funeral. Nobody back home is going to think of him and wonder what happened. I think Paul and I are the only people on the ship who knew him by name. Maybe that Samantha girl he was talking about still remembers him. Her dog could be named after him. Or maybe he picked her a flower and she took it into a book. I never did read much, but right now, I'd love to be holding a book. Poe would work. He's the only author I knew by name. I haven't talked to Paul. He thinks I'm drinking. I'm too preoccupied with Anderson for that. Figure I'm writing this for a reason. What if nobody ever reads it? What if this ship's just the edge of the universe, dead and empty? If you exist, if you somehow stumble upon this, remember Anderson for me. He reminds me so much of how my son used to be. If you don't do it, nobody will. I don't beg. I never beg. But if you're a decent human being, you'll know why you have to. Remember Anderson. Barely awake. Typing is an effort. Moonshine is not water. Hodgson had last word. Alcohol is being manufactured and distributed aboard the Grim Lake. Security has opted to approach a non-intervention, as its effect on morale will likely prevent theft and potential riots associated with limited rations. However, security will regularly confiscate quantities of alcohol to moderate the supply. Rations have arrived and have been distributed. Very few reported or evidential cases of theft. This can likely be attributed to the morale increase speculated as a result of the distribution of alcohol. Specimen Samantha received for transport to laboratory 18. This specimen from the cloning rats is contained in an iron lung. Ah, bitch! Transport needs to be arranged quickly. Specimen is scraping against the inside of the containment unit. Tremors have struck the Grim Lake. Terror agencies and severe injuries have been reported. Lockdown is in effect. I'm just being goofy. 4 crew members have been reported missing while attempting to restore the tram station to working order. To prevent further loss or injury, the corridor has been sealed and flooded with highly corrosive gas. Oh! Merry Christmas!
We'll need to figure something out here.
Hmm. Okay.
Cut his wrists.
Wouldn't you? This whole shift change thing is kind of strange. Putting Ronald in security when he's obviously not equipped strikes me as irresponsible. Oh well, I'm sure I can compensate. I noticed when they're telling us to follow the new security guidelines this evening. I wonder what happened. Only a few extra doors to lock. As far as I'm concerned, easy enough. Food supplies are stalled and people are getting nervous. Someone's been distilling alcohol, despite the fact that the express authorization is required to even possess it. Ivan was describing the concept of moonshine to Ronald, and the guy asked how much moonshine would exist if they were in a spaceship so far away from the moon. Wow. I swear to God, if aliens board this ship and pick us up one by one something, I want to see Ronald go first. I really want to do something about this alcohol situation. It's my duty to ensure that the Grim Lake's crew is secure and that important research isn't interfered with. At least I'd like to believe so. These claims don't share the sentiment. The ass end of the ship started exploding and jolted everything that wasn't bolted down. There's a goddamn pen stuck in the wall next to me. I can only imagine the people injured right now. I can't leave on account of the lockdown. Lockdown or not, Station B is fucked. So getting to medical isn't happening. Someone suggested that we could use specimen transport track. That's shady as all hell. There's no leaving the security centre now. Staring at Ronald's lifeless body is a fucking superior alternative to being ripped apart by whatever's outside. I hear screams, but distant and muffled. Silence. 24 hours of silence. Not a scream. Not a footstep. Still not a word from Ivan. Guy looked away from the atmosphere control room just before Ronald pulled the plug. I got bored and read Ronald's file. He had a lot of stuff running really deep. Maybe he wasn't ignorant after all. That's it for the water. Ivan refused to drink anything but moonshine. Tried my best to get him to have water. Stubborn bastard won't hear it. Hasn't moved in a while. I need to somehow get in here. Excuse you, this is really scary. I got bad vibes. Yeah, let's go. I ain't afraid of no ghost. I mean, we know that. I assume it's Samantha.
Warning. Serotonin levels are abnormal.
I can't open that just yet. I think there's corrosive gas in there. So if I open it, I'll melt. And as entertaining as I'm sure that... Oh, that's dark. Ah, fuck me. That made me jump. Hey. Okay. I love isometric games. I really like 2D isometric. I think they're fantastic. They're really artistic, you know. They don't get enough props. Laundry day. Okay, Isabella Spaulding, April the 12th. On another long day in hydroponics. I planted carrots today. This place seriously sucks. But I figured the longer I work for Kane Corp, the sooner I'll be able to replace the defective uterus of mine. What? Is that what they say? They say you can have a new uterus, you can have a new heart. Jesus. Very first, Harry is protective and not in a cute way. It makes me feel a little uncomfortable. His attempts to protect my honour, his words. Whenever Grant even looks at me, I'm unnervingly familiar. Just like my ex-husband used to do. I'm not ready for another round of that bullshit. May 25th. Half of the ship has been on lockdown for 2 long weeks. Apparently some new scientists has boarded today, so maybe they'll be able to resolve the issue. But what do I know? I make vegetable produce for a living. June the 20th. I have to admit, Harry's whole stalker thing can be great at times. He's growing her to me so that I can make tea. With all of this new security bullshit, I wouldn't dare use company resources personally on. I've been intending to like Grant just a little bit. I don't, but it keeps Harry on his toes. Ooh, you cold-hearted. Harry opted to stay on the Groom Lake for another round. He was eligible to leave at the shift change, but he chose to stay. Gee, I wonder why he'd do that. He's a grown man for goodness sake, but he's acting like a lovesick teen. He needs to stop calling me fucking Belle. Though, it's Isabella, like the Queen of Spain. You should have just told him to leave, like he could be alive somewhere now. October 30th. I keep hearing chat about fungal growth spreading all over Groom Lake. Let's hope it doesn't get here to hydroponics. I'm devastated if anything happens to my precious celery. November 1st. It's felt way too soon. I came into Hydro today to find everything coated in this strange fungus. Harry actually had a pretty good idea. What if we fought the fungus with genetically enhanced super mushrooms? Nope. Cross-breeding mushrooms did not improve things. Hopefully the emergency rations will get here soon. Unless people want to eat portobellos from hell, that is. This shit is about to get dangerous. People have been beaten up. Some are even dead. We've seen a lockdown before, but it wasn't a mass panic like this. Ah, that explains the crowbar through the head. I think. I like the music. Will it be over soon or ever? Harry told me to stay in the sleeping box because it could be dangerous inside. You know, taking care of myself for 28 years without help from Harry. I think I can handle myself. Now comment. I'm not going to spend my final days of my life playing the helpless female. And I'm not going to cling to Harry. Even if he's the last human being I ever see, he can't expect anything from me. Fair play. I'm not going down there. I refuse. Couldn't even be bothered. Shelby Isaacson. March 19th. Couldn't even be able to get out of bed today. Nobody came asking questions though, so that works. Sometimes when I first wake up, I wait just as long as possible to say my first word of the day. Then that word serves as a prediction of how shitty that day is going to be. Naturally, Isabella woke me up by asking if I'd rather fuck Grant or Harry. I thought she was supposed to be some kind of feminist who doesn't need a man. Hypocrite. To answer the question, I needed to do a bit of research. Harry will suffice for that. I guess I'm obligated to write about the ship lockdown since it's all life-threatening or something. I don't know why we even carry these videos seriously. I will never go back and read this shit. The Groom Lake got 300% funding increase. Fuck! I have a feeling we're going to do some more shady bullshit with it. Welcome aboard the Groom Lake, where as far as the universe is concerned, you don't exist. And as far as the board is concerned, you don't exist. Nothing actually exists. Humanity's going to flip shit when they finally figure that out. So Grant's gay? I knew I'd seen him checking Harry out. Lips are sealed. That's quite funny, isn't it? Dafties. It's going to be a long, painful death if we don't get those rations soon. I might have to stop murdering and eating my blockmates. I'll start with Grant because he's got the most meat on him. Harry's the last because I'm in no hurry to put my knife on that again. Tee-hee. Alright, someone's making some booze. Humanity has truly reached the apex of engineering. Space moonshine. Brings a smile to my eye and a tear to my heart. Get me some. Taste 0-10. Effectiveness 10 out of 10. This stuff has to be at least 120 proof. Had to do something I totally don't regret to get it. And it was worth it. Go on, Shelby, get some. Liquor supply is running low. Food supply is high. I'm disappointed. I was thinking I'd be enjoying moonshine marinated leg of Grant this evening. Disappointing. At least I didn't starve. On the one hand, something exciting happened. On the other hand, I'm probably gonna die or something. I have no regrets. Not even that thing I did to get the moonshine. I've been thinking about it over the last couple of days, and I sincerely can't think of anything that I regret. Not hooking up with Harry. Not pursuing music instead of physics. Nothing. It's all part of what made my life mine. Life carries on, no matter what. So I guess it's best just to be satisfied with what little I did accomplish. The universe swallows you atom by atom eventually. You know, I'm proud of how far these atoms got from when they first got together to form Shelby Isaacson to where they are now. Wow, the most obviously pessimistic character so far turned out to be quite pessimistic in their thinking. I mean,
This is a long way down.
it's also optimistic in their thinking. Because at the end of the day, let's just run. I don't like walking. Just run!
Mother had a lung that was covered in fat. Father had a tongue that was also black.
Is anyone there?
They didn't care for us. We didn't care for them. And so it happened again and again. Skin like a crocodile and eyes like sin. The urge consumed them from within.
Who the hell was that?
Poor bastard. Looks like he didn't even manage to get out of his bunk.
Grant! Hello, Grant. You know what's worse than being a janitor? Being a space janitor. The shit I literally have to put up with is unbelievable. I mean it. My job is to control the recycling of methane expulsion from human waste. Shitty is an understatement. Plus, I can barely understand my coworker. I think he's Polish, but he only speaks Spanish. Isabella's been talking to me. I hope she doesn't have any ideas. I'm really not into that. Even if she was a guy, she's just so difficult to deal with. I think she purposely leaves some shadow of doubt that she might have some feelings for Harry, just so that he'll hang around. The poor guy's obsessed. It's creepy. But it's also the teensiest bit sweet. I think Jupiter is finally done growing. She was such a cute little kitten. Now she's big and doesn't cuddle anymore. Harry's allergic. He thinks that I keep Jupiter around just to mess with him. Really? I don't. She just gets in the way and sometimes. But she's the only living thing that really understands me. I love that little kitten. Big kitten. Oh no, Jupiter, no! Isabella smacked Harry straight across the face today. I think he called her a pet name to her face. I would have been flattered, poor guy. Everything's so uneventful around here. Maybe that's a good thing. I've been trying to talk to Isabella to see if she's interested in Harry. I don't think so, but I want to make sure. It would help me sleep a little better. Interdepartmental pool to win 64 days of leave? What a joke! Kitchen security and maintenance aren't even eligible. When they're the ones that keep the shit running. Oh wait, I guess that makes sense. This fungus shit is everywhere. It's already in the methane collection plant. Shelby is such a cow. She says she hopes it gives me cancer. But that way I could start over with new organs of courtesy of Corp. Of course, I told her that it was only one organ I really wanted, but that Harry was too busy following Isabella. Shelby said, "Oh, it makes sense now. You go, girl." But I'm not a girl. Could have been worse. I just hope she can keep a secret. I don't want everyone involved in my business. This mushroom plan that hydroponics came up was not working. If anything, it's made life in the plant just a little bit more grueling. People have been complaining to me about weird smells coming from the vents. I swear it's not the plant. I can smell it too. Emergency rations. I snuck some food up to Jupiter first. She was acting a little loopy. I just noticed today that Harry is the most adorable way of stuffing his face. He always inspects whatever he's about to eat before he takes a bite and shoves it in as much of his mouth as he can. The simple things. He probably ended up eating his own cat. Power's out. Been placing the ship over the planet not next. That was sure wouldn't end well. I haven't seen Jupiter since the tremors. I can only make assumptions. God, I hope she's safe. I don't want Harry to get hurt in all of this either. He's such a little guy. I've been following Isabella around to get close to Harry and make sure he's okay. I don't know what's going on, but suddenly it doesn't matter whether or not he could ever care about me. I don't think he's gay, bro. Those guys who went to work on Station B haven't come back yet. I'm trying to sleep as much as I can now, but I can't stay on my toes when everything goes to hell. I cried just a little as well, partly because of Jupiter, partly for reasons I don't understand. I don't want to burden Harry by telling him how I feel. I know it will just confuse and upset him. I'm really hopeful that we'll all make it out of here, but Shelby's pessimism is contagious. I don't know. Will I ever have just enough chance to open my heart to someone? I have to hope. I just can't tell Harry. Man, you should have told him anyway.
I'll never get used to this.
You will eventually get used to it. Harry! Belle says she's fine, but I'm going to keep an eye on her. I had a nightmare that Belle killed herself, so I checked on her just to be sure. Hope I didn't wake her. Flies! Grant wouldn't have checked on her. That dick doesn't know how to care for a lady. Not a lady like Belle. Sure hope nobody catches me. This was the ridiculous. Like a creepy little love triangle. Space is so empty and cold. Belle seems like she needs the comfort. I don't care if I get caught. But if I did get caught, Belle would know that I'd truly do anything for her. Belle seems super frustrated today. I stopped asking her what was wrong, because she really got mad at me the other day when I did that. I feel like I'm making her angry every time I speak to her. She's just upset, and I can't do anything about it. She spoke to me today. I'm so glad everything is okay. I lost so much sleep over her last night. If she only knew, she'd feel so special. Grant keeps bringing his goddamn cat into the sleeping block. I'm allergic, and he knows it. I shouldn't need a shot of epinephrine every time I go to bed. He thinks he's a badass because he managed to sneak a cat on board. Belle probably just thinks he's so cool. Why can't she see that he's a total dick? Decided to stay in the Green Lake so they could be with Belle. I don't like it here, but I love her. Some guy in engineering says there's fungus on his ship. I wonder if it's poisonous. If it is, I could hijack a lifeboat and fly Belle home. The fungi is all over hydroponics. I have an idea though. What if we engineer another invasive fungus to take out the alien one? I honestly don't think it'll work. I suggested it as a joke at first, but I thought it was a great idea, so now we have to do it. Grant's been following Belle everywhere, and I know she thinks he can keep her safe, but I know he can't. He's so full of himself. I think Grant's cat died during the tremors and the chaos. Good fucking riddance. The guy's been sobbing for almost a day now. Maybe Belle will understand he's not fit to protect her. I think I'd die for Belle. It's pretty much being established that something's running around killing people. I'm going to fight it when I see it. It'll only get to Belle over my dead body. She'll die knowing that I gave my life just to track a couple of seconds onto hers. Fucking weirdo.